Today I've got a spring pistol unboxing for you, and today we'll be looking at one that I had when I was about 11 or 12. It's the SIG Sauer spring pistol, and we'll be unboxing it too. Here it is. This is the very rare spring-powered SIG Sauer SP2022. Very fond memories of it. Let's get started. So I actually scored two of these from an eBay listing for about $30, and I've already opened up the other one, but I have this one that I've cut open with a razor so I can preserve the box like so. And now I'll take you through the box and we'll see what comes with it. So first thing you're going to notice is the liner notes, or the packaging liner. This pistol is from 2005, made in Taiwan by KWC. Claims up to 315 FPS with a .12 gram pellet, 24 rounds magazine, and has a 25 out of 25 accuracy rating. I'll talk about that later. And then it says it features a tactical rail. Alright. And of course it's got the BAXS back system, which is just a hop-up. So, yeah, you got a product catalog on the back. That's really cool. Now, what the coolest part about this packaging is that it actually comes with a 2006 Cybergun catalog. And that's really cool to look at. They're all really cool to look at no matter what year. They have a caution, a warning for not taking apart the gun, and the orange tip. And then, of course, you have the operator manual. So that's all the packaging that you're going to get. And then you're going to get, as far as the pistol goes, you're going to get the 24 round magazine, which is clear and has a weight inside of it. And then you're going to get the SP22 itself, and then there's going to be a package of .20 pellets inside the magazine well. So now we're going to talk about this a little more in depth. So one thing I want to mention first is that these .20 gram pellets are actually pretty good. They're not the usual crap included pellets, so you can use these, especially with the spring pistol, without worrying about them damaging the gun. So I would highly recommend using these. And then the safety is actually the decocker on this gun. So that's the safety. And then it's weird. Oh, it's got a serial number on it too on the bottom, kind of like an MP7. It's got a lanyard loop on the bottom, and then it's got... Did I activate it? Okay, there we go. It's just really stiff. So it's got a moving chamber that collapses actually with the barrel. And then this has actually never been used before. This is a brand new gun. So it's just a little bit stiff. And then what they don't mention on the box, and what I didn't know that, when I was a kid, is that the slide release is actually functional. Or the slide stop, my bad. See? And then you just release it, and it goes. That's really cool. And like I said, I wish I would have known that as a kid, because I would open it up and throw a pellet in the chamber, and then I would fire it that way. Oh, there's a bit of silicone lubricant on the barrel, hopefully not in the bucking. So it is a bit stiff, and you can decock it just by pulling it back, holding it all the way back, and then pressing the trigger. Like so. Made in Taiwan stampings, and appears to have an individual serial number. I'm not sure if they're all the same. SIG Pro trademarks in the bottom. And let's test out this weaver rail on the bottom. Let's see if it actually works. Okay, here it is. This is the SP2022 with the Double Eagle LA30 red laser sight. This is a clamp-on weaver attachment, and everything attaches up like it should, and the laser is actually almost like dead on. That's actually really cool. So let's move on to something that has a locking screw and something like that. So I'll do another one. Okay, now we have the Wellfire red dot sight. I know this is a weird attachment to have on it, but it's the only one I have that has a traditional Weaver mounting system, and it mounts up perfectly. It's only cocked to the right or left just a little bit, and the locking screw fits in perfectly, actually. So, looks like KWC did a good job with the rail compatibility on this one. So, they were definitely right to advertise that. Alright, now I'm going to get it off and we're going to look at the chronograph readings. One thing I wanted to mention quickly is that you'll see that the pistol has a sort of tab on the left of it that stands all the way up when it's out of ammo, and usually something like this is designed to activate the slide stop function, where it will catch the slide when it's out of ammo, but it just doesn't seem to work for some reason. I've tried holding it all the way up into the magwell. I'm not sure. Maybe it was a carryover function from the black or the metal slide model, but it just doesn't work on the clear version, it seems. So that's kind of weird. So I went ahead and chronographed it. I did 5 shots of each ammo weight, and the highest of the .12 was 308 to 285 at the minimum. So it didn't quite reach 315, but I believe the box says up to 315. And then using the ammo included, it got to 218 FPS to 230 FPS at the max. So this was kind of weak for a spring pistol, but at the same time it's not bad. And then considering that it has a hop-up bucking in it, it's gonna have better range than a higher FPS pistol without a hop-up bucking, and that's really what counts. And then let's talk about the trigger pull. So the trigger pull is short, and then it stops, gets really firm, and then it goes from 0 to 60 in 4.3. But that's a pretty good trigger pull. Easy to be accurate with. You can keep the gun steady pretty easily with that. So I do like the trigger pull on this. I just wish it was just a little bit smoother on the last part. But no complaints, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and do a shooting test on it. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, now we're gonna start off with some accessories first. So this is the USGI 9mm pistol pouch, magazine pouch, and the SP2022's magazine fits into it perfectly. Oh, hang on. There we go. Nice and smooth. So it's that. And then I have a Bianchi M12 holster designed for the 9mm Beretta, which the SP2022 fits into perfectly. Alright, now that I've covered that, we're going to get on to finally shooting it. We're going to do 3 shots of .20. I'm not going to test the .12s because we all know how that's going to work out. So, let's get right into it. So the shooting test didn't quite go as planned, so I'll use this time to talk about that 25 out of 25 accuracy rating that the box mentioned earlier. And what that means from a Cybergun perspective is that the SP2022 can hit a 25-cent coin, a quarter, from 25 feet away. There's no mention of how many times it can do that consistently, how many estimated times consistently. So really, the only thing it can really say is that it can hit a 25-cent coin from a distance of 25 feet away. That's it. That's the only thing they can claim with that statistic, and really it's rather useless to even put on the box, but I think people are prone to assuming that it can hit it 25 out of 25 times because they don't quite look into the description of that statistic so deeply. I've mentioned this in a previous video before. It's just totally meaningless. So the shooting test didn't quite go as well as I planned, but again, that's my fault and no fault on the part of the gun. So here are my final thoughts. I think this is a really cool pistol. Just because I had it when I was a kid. I'm not huge on the SIG Sauer pistols, that especially like the a more of a civilian model like this one, but like I said, it has that nostalgic value to it, and I'm really glad to have it back into my collection. So this was a review on the SIG SAUER SP2022, licensed by Swiss Arms and manufactured in Taiwan by KWC. I liked it a lot. So now I'm going to box it back. Do I think this is worth the $44.99 that they charged for it? Not quite, but back in the day, KWC or Cybergun could charge whatever they wanted for these. We didn't know any better. So I'm going to put it back in the box. And then I'll have the scans available for you guys to take a peek at the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked it.